What are we waiting for? Huh? What are we waiting for? What's up, heroes, and welcome back to yet again another movie review. Welcome to I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025, last year. Okay. I know this is not a Valentine's Day movie. I know that, but I promised y'all I was gonna get this review out because I suffered through the 2006 version that I was not really a big fan of. And so what better way to hurry up and get this review out so I can go ahead on and do that ranking from worst to best. But honestly, I have to watch this movie again because I forgot some things. And we're going to find out why I forgot some things here in a second. But before we get into all the good, the bad, and the ugly, let me give you a little bit of plot of what this movie is about. This movie tells a story about a group of new generation friends accidentally killed a guy. They tried to rescue him, but then, spoiler, whatever, car falls over the cliff and and yeah, that's the plot. I don't care. Man, I would start with the cons first because there's just so much wrong with this movie. I can't even process. After watching this movie for the second time, I can't even process what I watched, even though I watched it twice. And I still doesn't even have, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I got some stuff on the paper, but I don't know. This movie is just unmemorable for me. But let's just stop beating around the bush. Let's just kick things off. Oh, by the way, no cuss word is going to be in this video. But anyway, to kick things off with the first pro, because there's only two, I would have to say Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah. I enjoyed seeing them back. I really did. They was part of the OG film, not the 2006 version. They were part of the film from the 90s. There you go. It was good seeing them back. You know, put a smile on my face. Not really, but I did enjoy their presence of them being there. Another pro I would have to go with is bringing back the iconic look of the fisherman slide, the slicker. You know, the little fisherman hat with the long little rubber coat thing. Yeah, you know, it was great. You know, oh my God, man, this movie is just so bad. It's really bad. But yeah, those are the only two pros I have. Everything else are cons. So we're going to dive in. So to waste no time, the first con I have to go with, this movie it's lifeless. It has no impact. It has nothing whatsoever. Like, I watched this movie the first time on Netflix, and then I watched it again just a few minutes ago in preparation for this review. And yeah, this movie is it's lifeless. I felt nothing watching this movie the first time nor the second time. This movie is I don't know, it's nothing here. It's spineless. Like, this movie is nothing. Absolutely, it's a waste of a 2 hour. What I wrote on my paper is, this movie is completely lifeless. It has nothing going for it. You care about nothing. You want it to end. That's what I have on my paper. And honestly, yes, I agree with myself to agree with myself. But yeah, this movie is no impact. Like, it doesn't have the impact like the ones in the 90s had. This movie is supposed to be the counter, or I guess you say a continuation of those movies, with the characters being much older from the original movie, but with a new generation. And that's not what you get here. Like, you don't care about these characters. Another con for me would have to be, I felt like I felt like this movie was playing it too safe. Like the character to me, even though spoiler alert, I mean it's a slasher film, right? Spoiler alert, some of the characters did die, but I felt like the characters never felt like they were like they were like they like okay, in the original film, those characters were killed at a high or like a high slake or something like that. Where like you knew that them characters were not safe. You actually felt sympathy for those characters. You knew that them characters might actually die. It was a possibility. In this movie, in the 2025 version, I felt like they were playing the safe card where like you never knew if these characters were gonna die. Like, not to mention the fact that the movie killed off random characters that had nothing to do with the incident that happened when those new generation kids accidentally killed the guy on the road. And it's like these characters, they felt like they had a higher chance of surviving the whole movie than the characters in the original film back in the 90s. And I know it's tough to keep comparing this movie to the 90s version, but I just can't help myself but to nitpick that, because I'm like, why did this movie feel like it's playing it safe? That's what it felt like to me. Now, some other people might say something different, but to me, it felt like the characters was never at risk of something. Even though they committed a crime and didn't call the police, I just never felt like these characters was at risk. To me, it felt like they tried to help somebody, but they just refused to go out for help. Whatever. In my next con, I would have to say this movie is cringy. This movie is cringy all the way through. I mean, it's so cringy, it's almost unwatchable how cringy it is. And I'm gonna be more specific why it's cringy. Why is it cringy? It's because the dialogue in this film are so cringe that the character will say things and it's almost like they saying what you're thinking. And I know that, listen, you got Netflix, watch it. And every time the character says something, and actually, I take that back. Get $100, all in ones, okay? And then get a big old cookie jar or a bucket or whatever, or a pillowcase. And every time the character says something, you apply to that character, and I can guarantee you, every time that the character says something, they're gonna say exactly what you're saying. And anytime that happens, put $1 inside of the pillowcase. And when that happens, you can't keep the money. Give the money to somebody else because you lost. But that's pretty much how this movie is that the character will say things that you obviously thinking. And I hate when movies do that. Like dialogue to me is the magic moment of the movie. And I want to be able to connect with these characters. And that's where my next con come in at. There is no connection with these characters. You don't care. You want all these characters to die. Because they're all stupid and they do everything that you would never see real life people do. If not, it's the thing that even if you do see people do this, you will scream up at the moon. You will go outside at night, look at the moon, and scream at the moon how stupidity these characters are. And I'm telling you, I want to champion this movie because this movie has a lot going for it that actually could have been good. But the characters are just so unwatchable, and it just makes the whole thing feel clean. Another con I would have to go with, it's a bit of a cliche, but I never really enjoyed this in any movie, not just this one. Characters splitting up. Hey, yeah, let's split up. Even though in the dialogue, they said several times, we should not split up. We should stick together. And then what happened? They split up anyway. What are we doing, movie? Make up your mind. If you're gonna split up, split up. If you're not, don't do it. But yeah, they do it anyway. They do it not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times, not 7 times. They do it about 100 times in this freaking movie. What are we doing? Another con for me will have to be, what was the whole point of bringing Halle Silver back in the film through the dream of one of our main leads, and the movie never cared to explain that massive plot hole, by the way, and they just never cared to explain that. So Helen Silver, if you don't know, she was one of the OG characters, which was played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. They brought her back as, you know, the OG character, and once again, what was the point of it? Movie don't explain, so how would I know? And guess what? If the movie can't explain, I'm going to move on to the next con. And the next con is, I saved the best for last, unmemorable. I said it once, and I'm going to say it again. This movie is completely unmemorable. I don't remember a single thing that happened in this movie, and I watched it twice. And that is not good. The reason I say it's unmemorable is because it doesn't have that impact. That's like, it's a waste of freaking space and time and energy. Like, I'm sitting on my bed watching this movie for the second time, and I'm looking like, I didn't care when the character died. You know what? My overall thought is that, despite the fact that I like Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. coming back, the movie is just, that's all I got. It's like, it's not watchable. If you're going to watch it, be my guest. Check it out on Netflix if you want to, but I highly recommend you not to. And I'm not going to spoil it in case if some of y'all get curious after watching this video. You probably want to see if you can find something good about the film. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you liked about the film. But yeah, so that's going to wrap up today's Pacific review. If you want to get in touch with your boy, remember, social media link will always be in the description down below. And before I let you go, make sure you consider dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell notification. That way when I drop another lit video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it. And I hope to catch you HELLRAISERS in my next video. Peace.